Welcome back, Robbie.
Welcome. This is Robbie. This is Nate.
And today we're just doing a podcast, and we thought, dude, everybody loved the podcast with me and you in it. The first one that we did, I was like, we have to keep doing it.
That makes me really happy.
Yeah, really I told you a few people.
You did, yeah.
But like, we have some sort of talking energy that like
we
people
do.
really like. So
no, we totally do. It's an art, and it's lost,
and
we'll get into it. The future of like what's big.
Talking
about how like dancing and like investing in yourself, like the stupidest shit you wouldn't think of is now like the shit to do.
Yeah. Wait. No. Yeah. So like the thing that I was thinking about was growth, because like doing all this, like I said, was like it feels weird, man. Like just doing it, and I still feel like I'm not exactly getting the best, or I feel like I'm not really making progress or getting anywhere with it. Almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but then at the same time, like I just need to remember that like I am ahead of the curve, and I am doing probably what will eventually lead somewhere, or just like what you sort of said something along those lines.
Well, yeah, right. Like I was talking about like the stupid shit, like get ahead of the game. Like those are the people who make the most profit off of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like the people who can see the things coming, the people who can see the change, like with technology and shit. Like I look at like dancing, like 15 years ago, like dancing's always been around. Obviously, like it's been an art, like it's been pretty big, but like TikTok now, like it started and everything, like the dancers were the ones who were famous. You know what I mean? Like the people who could really like do all the dance moves, and like that was the trendy stuff.
Right.
Like those are the people who got big. Those are the people who got famous because they can dance good. 10 years ago, you're not getting like that famous that quickly, that viral online because you can dance good.
No.
Granted, like the internet was different and everything, but like right now, what I'm seeing in like society is like this huge push towards like being healthy and even like bodybuilding, like the extreme of that. You know what I mean? Like how many kids you know nowadays, like the like instead of going to like sports and stuff, like they go to the gym every day. Like there's like meal prepping, like there's so much out there now. Like personal trainers are like booming. People who are already in the fitness world are now gaining like ridiculous followings that like they didn't have 5 years ago. Like some of these super famous bodybuilders, like obviously there was like that niche, like there was that like little group of people who followed.
You
that,
can
obviously.
totally see it. It's
but like
big,
nowadays, it's like they are like beyond recognizable. Like everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
Like by name. Communication skills are the next TikTok dancing.
It is.
If you can dance really good, 10 years ago, like a child dancer, you're a famous TikTok star now.
Right.
If you can be healthy and shit like now, you're going to be like a bodybuilder. You're going to be famous because of that way. I also think, and I didn't add this, communication skills, COVID, quarantine, people lost that stuff.
Oh.
If you can do that,
it is literally
golden.
an art.
It's a lost art.
Yeah, it is. Like being able to talk with new people, or like people that you don't really know, or being able to be like, yo, like what are you getting?
Spots.
Yes. Or like making people feel comfortable.
Making
even,
people
too.
feel welcome.
Yeah.
It's an art. And
it is.
But anyways.
There's something that comes from it being like a bad time in society, or like people realizing that like, okay, shit needs to change, or shit is changing.
Yeah.
And then people start to take into consideration, what should I be doing to better deal with real life, or be able to function better or feel better. And that's honestly where I think it's headed. That's how I feel about it. That's just, it seems like the healthiest way to look at things, I guess. And bro, fuck, I'm talking the podcast voice.
What's
do you think I'm not? Do you think I'm talking? I feel like I'm talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
No. So like, I didn't know we were recording, but you talked like it was like a little different, and I was
yeah,
like,
I don't like it. It's
recording
weird
or something.
Fuck.
So I like literally like
I need
like
to
literally
stop.
what you got to do, like just forget like that's even there.
Yeah,
Like, it's there and you see it and you're like, oh fuck, but like at the same time, like just forget.
I
it's there
literally
and
had
just
this exact conversation last podcast, and I was talking, and my
Oh
friend,
yeah.
he was telling me, because I was like, or he was saying like, because you have all the burden, you have all like the stuff to take care of, and like all the responsibility. I'm like, oh yeah, well that makes sense.
Well, it's like you gotta worry about like this working, and you gotta worry about the camera working, and your laptop not freezing out, and you gotta worry about every little thing. So it's like that's all in the back of your mind while you're trying to have these like great conversations
and
like
try to make
these ideas, and then you're trying to add stuff to the conversations. You're not just like Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Right. Yeah. There's
controlling
no one
all this stuff. It's
everything.
literally you.
Yeah.
So like until you get that guy, like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's.
No, I get it. I mean, it's a change in mindset. Like, you're different in your head. Like, because when you're not recording and we're just, like, talking and shit like that, like, it's good and it's normal, it's natural, right? But if the camera goes on, like, that is a change.
Yeah, you need
and like, subconsciously, like, you might not, like, recognize that and be like, oh, this is totally different, like, consciously. But, like, subconsciously, like, you know,
I recognize it every time now. Yeah.
Like, it's showtime.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, like, I have just, like, this is the 10th podcast that I've done so far, and I've just thought about it, like, that's actually, like, pretty fucking good. Like,
that's really fucking good,
what I realized,
did 2.
What?
I only got to 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, what I've realized is, like, it's a lot more difficult than, I'm sure you realized it. It's a lot more difficult than you'd expect.
Oh, yeah.
And I've just learned that staying consistent has been one of the most difficult things to, because, like, for me, I sort of always will think, like, oh, what's the point of doing this? But then I'll remember my end goal, and that's something that I think that's something I was talking about with somebody, and they were saying, just remember what you're doing it for, or I might have heard it on some online, and when you just, I think when I put things like that in my head, I feel, like, a lot more relaxed, and then I just remember, like, oh, okay, it's, like, a good thing, and that's kind of what I feel like I lose sometimes by just being like, all right, I gotta get it done, because, like, it gets super easy to get, like, lost in the moment and not actually, like, take it in and while you're doing it,
sometimes you gotta take a step back. Like, you gotta set your goals, like you said. You know what I mean? Like, get your goals. They don't have to be big goals. People always think like, oh, make a goal sheet, and it's like, by the end of the year I want this, and, like, by this, and that's all great. But, like, if you're worrying about, like, now and tomorrow and even the day after that, which is, like, short term stuff, like, just, like, small goals work. Like, being able to sit down and, like, start this is like, all right, like, I'm already doing it. I got into another podcast. Like, this is good. And, like, little things like that are, like, what makes you feel better. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I got up when my alarm went off. Like, I got to school on time. Like, class was good. I'm done with that. I got one more class, and then I'm good. Like, little stuff like that is, like keeping your mind where your body is.
Yeah, exactly.
Is really a good kind of way to look at it, I guess.
I know
like,
exactly
keep your head where your feet are.
Yeah.
Like, all the time. And it's okay, like, obviously people are going to look ahead and they're going to look back and, like, they're going to look back and they're going to be sad about something that happened, or they're going to be glad about something that happened, and then looking forward is the same thing. Like, they're anxious to stuff. This is going to happen, but, like, if you just live, like, now and you're, like, present, like, what's going on, like, you will be happier in the short term. You know?
Yeah, and I think it's really difficult, but it's simple. That's the thing about it. And I think if you just lose your expectation of what you want something to be, and don't worry about the past of what something was, you can start to find that, like, there's some sort of,
those
like,
little things add up over time. Like, if you have a big goal and, like, you want to be, like, so great at this thing, like, overnight that's not going to happen. But, like, if you there's something I like I apply to, like, the way I work out, kind of, is, like, it's about consistency and discipline. So it's like, if you train super, super hard for, like, an hour or two a day, like, not a day, like, 3 days a week, like, you do something Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like, whatever, like, Sunday, like, really hard for a long time, like, versus, like, if you do, like, 30, 40 minutes of, like, really concentrated stuff every single day over the course of a year. Like, the guy that does 30, 40 minutes a day, like, the less amount of work, but, like, the higher volume of work, gets way more done. Like, way more done.
No, for sure.
It's not even close.
And he'll probably be the one that will stick to it a lot longer.
Because in his head, it's just 30 minutes, it's nothing.
It becomes, it's so, there's this, like, first nature and second nature.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It's more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when it's first nature is when you're pretty much just going through the motions, and you always need to think about, okay, this is what I need to do next. Okay, this is what I need to do next. But when you get that consistency of doing something every day, or it's a certain time every single week, then you can just go through the motions so easily, and you're doing it without thinking.
It's just accountability too, like self-accountability, holding yourself, like, to the higher standard. And again, like, another quote that I really like is, like, discipline is the shortcut. Because, like, so many people want to cut their stuff and, like, go, like, I don't need to do it today, I'll push it back, like, another hour. But, like, if you just had done it, like, you're already past that point. Like, you can already move on. Like, you're done. Go to the next thing.
Yeah.
Versus, like, the people who, again, like, do everything like they're supposed to, and they do not everything, because like obviously some stuff's gonna happen where you can't do stuff, but like if you're just disciplined on yourself, that's the quickest way to like cheat you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, and it's like something that I think is hard to realize, but you have to realize it. Is like, I'll give an example, like someone trying to quit some sort of bad habit that they have. Like, let's say they've been vaping or something for a while. They're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get one more vape, and then I'm done, You
You're
can't
not
let
done.
those things pass, because right when you give in, that's when you're not.
That's
going
when you're
to
telling
quit
yourself
the
in your
habit.
mind that it's okay.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Versus like, no, like I'm not doing this, I'm done. Like, and then you can even bring buddies in, like, help me stop. Like,
Yeah,
this is bad.
the time to change is always now, and that's something that you always want to think that, oh, I'll be able to. That's not how it works always.
Yeah.
You know.
Again, looking towards like the goal stuff from earlier of like, don't like, big goals are good, but like smaller goals are also largely important. A really cool like philosophy, it's like a military thing. It's like the guys who get through buds, which is what recruits do in SEAL training. The guys who get through buds are the guys who are looking forward to lunch, and the guys who are looking forward to dinner. It's not the guys going in and going, I got a week of hell. I got hell week in 2 weeks. I got 6 weeks. Like, oh shit! Like, this is gonna be like, today was so hard. How am I gonna do 5 more weeks? Because you're just letting you doubt in your mind.
Yeah.
Versus like the guys who are like, I just gotta make it to lunch. I just gotta make it to breakfast. I just gotta make it to bed. I just gotta make it to brush my teeth. Like, for the guys who do it like in such little things, like those are the guys who get it done.
Yeah. See, that was the thing that I learned in running, and it was I did like track and cross country when I was in school, and one of the things that most coaches that I had would say would be, okay, get to this point, or get to the 1 mile mark. Okay, do that again. Okay, do that again.
Yeah.
And then you're done, and then you realize that you got through it, and then you realize that
bites.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was. You know.
Little bites. Little bites.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even when you finish that mile,
Small
it's like
steps,
it's a little confidence boost.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like, wow, that was a mile. Like, I feel pretty good. Like, let's do another one.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, that's 1 mile down. I got 4 more to run. Like, that was pretty tough. Like, just that little verbiage you're using, just a little like vocabulary you're using about describing that specific thing is so different. Like, literally, like, that was a mile. Like, oh, that was easy. Like, let's do 1 more. Like, why not? Let's do 1 more. You're like excited. You're getting giddy about it.
Yeah, like this, the self.
That was 1 mile. Like, I'm pretty tired. Like, I got 4 more left. Like, damn, it's daunting, right?
Yeah, I think it all starts with what you're saying to yourself. It could, and you think it's so small, but it's like you said, it's either the this is hell, or like that sort of thing, or like, I can't wait to get to lunch, like that'll be great.
Again, just
two different
ways of looking at it is one's negative and one's positive, and the bigger things are the negative things.
Yeah. And that completely determines the outcome. It really does.
Yeah.
The outlook always determines the outcome.
Yeah, like if you're looking like, in a team like, let's win a championship, like, and then the whole time you're thinking about that, like, it's a good goal to have in mind, right? Like, it's a great goal to have in your head the whole time. Like, we're gonna go do this big thing at the end of the year, but like, you can't let yourself get too far detached from like the now. Like, okay, yeah, that'd be awesome, but we still have to do this now, right today.
Right.
And then the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
There's a thing that I saw a while ago that there are 2 ladders. One ladder has very small steps that are very short, and then the other one has giant rungs that are super far away. And you can't even climb a ladder that has rungs that are taller than you, but you can climb one that has the very small steps.
Yeah.
So when you think of it in the sense of, I need to do this action, rather than, okay, I'm gonna achieve this goal that I have. I'm gonna get to like this body weight, or rather than, okay, I'm gonna start working out every single day, and I'm gonna cut or just whatever it is. Like, when you think of it in like very small increments rather than the large
just
part.
Breaking up everything into really little parts is so useful.
Yeah.
For everything.
And it's like the hardest part about that is because obviously most people will probably understand that, but putting it into action is, I think, the most difficult thing. And we get in our head about things a lot, and at least for me, I noticed that it's something that I've had such a problem with recently. And it's hard to just get out of your own head and
Absolutely,
and do
it
what
is.
you
Yeah,
need
it
to
is.
do. But if you just keep trying to think positively and know that it'll work out, even if you don't fully believe that it'll work out, if you just know that it'll work out eventually, or know that you can get through something. Think of times that you've been through horrible things that you've gotten through. Think of times when you didn't even think that it was possible to
Yeah.
make it past it, and you were
And
so,
you did it. Look
yeah,
where you are today. Like, look at you. Proud of you. Look at
Yeah.
all the shit you've gone through, and like look at you today.
yeah,
And like another thing about like looking forwards is like the hard thing. Another thing is like restraint, like being able to be like, this is great. I really want this. Like I want that. You know what I mean? But like I have to do this first. I can't have
sure.
that until I have this.
Oh, that's big with me with GC stuff, because I'll come up with new ideas and stuff that I want to work on months down the line. But I'm on like
yeah,
the podcast.
and it's exciting.
now.
It's exciting to
Yeah.
talk about the big stuff. It is.
And there's no one there telling you that you need to be thinking in moderation with stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like it's
you
super.
get too big.
Yeah, you can
Which
get
is
really
fine.
caught up in that.
And it happens. But
Yeah.
like something will and should be there to just knock you down a little bit, and it's good. Like humility, understanding like the necessary small steps taken, even the boring stuff. Like again, another saying. This is like the fourth one. And I just keep getting reminded of all this stuff I like used to
No, it
like,
helps.
learn about. There was a book like about the New Zealand All Blacks, like the greatest rugby team program ever, right? There's a book written about them, and there's a chapter and there's a big part about it, a big idea in it called Sweep the Sheds. Like be so great, like be so big that like you don't forget to do like the little things, right? Like win the championships, like go travel the world, write the books, write everything, be the famous man, but like don't forget to sweep your shit. Like don't forget to clean the floor.
I like
in your garage.
that.
Don't forget to fold your clothes and put them away. Like don't forget about the little things, because the little things are what got you to where you are today.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And
You know what I mean?
it's so hard to remember that.
It is so hard to remember that.
That's like what I think is like, if you always keep in your mind that, okay, I need to do this, even when someone's like, well, you don't need to. Well, that's the thing that you should probably be doing, because that will help you stay on top of shit. And when you're on top of things, you can actually like keep a good routine going. And that is literally how you keep routine going,
Yeah.
by being like, okay, I need to do this, and not letting it fall apart.
Again, like make it a habit, like you
Yeah.
said earlier. Like make it a habit of like doing the right thing all the time. Like you need to be hard on yourself. And we've talked about this in the other podcasts we have. Like you are the biggest critic. Like you need to
Yeah.
be like that guy yelling at you. Like you have to be that guy for yourself, because nobody else cares enough to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like other people are worrying about themselves, so why don't you worry about yourself?
Everyone's
You know?
got shit going on. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times people forget too. Like they got stuff going on. Like we talked about this earlier. Like you had some stuff going on. Like with like this stuff, and you maybe weren't so like amped about everything. But
Or
like
like confident in how it's gonna
confident
be.
and everything like that. But like, and you thought maybe like you were alone and like it's just you, but like everyone has their stuff going on, and like people
Yeah.
can put their face on and act like everything's fine, but like even if it is, like they still have something going on. Like everyone's
Right.
got something. Everybody puts their pants on the same way in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone does that.
Yeah.
So like everyone's got stuff they're dealing with. Like you're not alone. Like
It's so hard to remember that
it
we're
is so
we're
hard.
all
That's what I mean.
that we're
It's
all
so hard.
humans.
Exactly.
Like, yeah,
and it's
'cause-
such a huge idea, and it's like such a thing that like obviously connects everyone, but like even on a personal level, like it establishes, okay, like we're all like at the most like primal sense, like the most basic sense of like what we are, like we're the same.
Yeah.
Like we're very similar. We all have shit. We all have feelings. We all think about some things certain ways. We all process information the same ways, generally speaking. But like that's such a big thing.
Yeah.
Is like we are all like the same, and we all have shit we're dealing with.
Right. Like I forget what I was gonna say now, but it was to go on to what we
Yeah.
were just saying, but oh wait, is that still recording? Yeah. I was about to say something about psychedelics, how they give that sense of oneness, but I've just been thinking how I probably shouldn't talk about that stuff yet, at least.
Yeah, maybe not.
Once I'm maybe a few years older.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. Oh my god, I just want to remember.
How long? I mean, this is pretty good, I think, so far.
23, yeah.
Oh shit, that's wow.
And
Nice.
we're flowing. Like,
We
I
are
just not
moving,
feel like
we
it.
are moving. It's all been like serious shit too, eh?
I know.
That isn't not much giggles, but
That's what I struggle with, is like actually just being like fun and not funny, but like just
Yeah.
chilling out.
yeah.
Like I've been bad at that.
That's the shit I like about podcast stuff, like just like
Yeah, me too.
it's like
but
think about
I
like your
can't do
Xbox
it.
parties and stuff, like your Discord
Yes,
chats, like
yes.
literally like that. Like that's what I used to talk about with my friends like years ago. Like when I did this stuff, like, and I'm probably gonna do it again, but like it was literally like, okay, like the last 3 hours of like whatever game we've been playing. Like if you record that, like those
Oh,
conversations, like it's gold.
Yeah.
It's gold.
But yeah, it's so funny because like I think that part of it being so great is that it's not even recorded, but it's like there's also
Yeah,
a degree
that's
that, like,
exactly what it
oh,
is.
okay, well it would be cool
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, like
What if?
I was thinking about like the whole thing with fuck, bro, I completely lost everything that I was gonna say.
There we go. Let's go.
Oh yeah, thanks. That's actually good that you did that. I didn't think to do that.
I like just learned how to snap.
Did you really?
Yeah,
You
well, I
never-
could, like, I was, like, always just, like, messing around, and I could never, I was like, it's, like, slippery, I could never do it. But, like, as of, like, literally, like, a month ago, I, like, learned how to, like, my girlfriend, like, told me I actually snaps. Like, I've been walking around campus, like, with my hands out, like,
Yes, dude, I'll do that too.
I mean, my hands are, like, so, I don't know why, it's from the
I didn't learn how
barbecue
to.
or
I didn't learn
something.
how to snap until maybe like 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I
We
told
both
that
are
to,
late
I fucking
snappers.
told people that I, like, just learned how to snap, and they, like, didn't believe me.
There's
They're like, "Shut
something
the
about
fuck
like
up."
like learning
I can
stuff. Or,
barely
like,
whistle, too.
oh, I can hardly. Well, maybe.
I smile too much, so when I smile, I can't. Cause
Oh, I know you
I,
mean.
close, I literally, like, I
No,
can't
I know what you
whistle.
mean.
Like, and it's like, there's so much shit, like, I can't do because I smile. But, like, whistling is, like, I suck in when I whistle. So, like,
Why
like I suck at it.
you can't
No, I can't blow out and whistle.
try it.
I know. This is more fun, though. I literally walk around, like,
I wonder how that sounds.
probably fucking sexy.
Yeah, I would eat that sound. Trying new things, like learning, like you said, snapping. Like
It's
people, like,
addictive,
how did
dude.
you? No, I was gonna say like how did people are like how did you not learn that? Or like I didn't really have any like I think I talked about this in the last podcast. I didn't eat anything until a few years ago. Having those like new experiences, it feels so cool because you got that
It's
whole
a
different perspective.
rewarding.
Yeah.
Holy
it
shit,
really
there's
is.
a world. My thing is, I get, like, a new hobby, like that.
Mm.
And it's like when I get it, it's like I'm obsessed with it for like 2-3 days, and then it's like I just don't care anymore about
Yeah,
it. Like,
that's kind of
like it was like over like the summer, like 2 years ago or something. It was like I got super into like card tricks, and then like literally for 3 days I was like locked in my room doing card tricks like crazy, like for a day or two, and then I would like go to like my buddy's house and I would just be doing card tricks the whole time. Like, what the fuck? Like, where did you get this from? Like, I don't fucking know, dude. I just like card tricks now, and it's like I'm gonna be a fucking. It's like, I'm gonna be a famous fucking musician.
Yeah.
And then like magician, not musician. I can't play
Oh
instruments.
yeah.
But
I just made a song yesterday, or not yesterday, but like a week ago for
Really?
the first time. Yeah,
I'd
I'll
like
have to play it for
produce
you.
it or something, dude. That's
Yeah.
sick, man. Do it. But like, it's like new shit like that, like the music stuff, and then like fucking magic stuff, not music stuff. But like, more recently it was like all like cooking, and then it's like playing the guitar. I don't even have a guitar.
Right. Yeah.
But I have a guitar amp, and like, my friend had a guitar. So like when I like went to his house one time, I was literally like, holy shit, like this is sweet, and I like played it nonstop, and then I was like watching. I don't even have a guitar, and I was like watching all these guitar videos and like.
You know what was for
like,
me
why?
recently? Yeah, I was thinking
Like,
like,
for like.
what is that about that we want to like be interested in something for a little bit and then it sort of fades away. Like,
Some shit sticks
it's
though,
interesting.
like.
yeah, it does, but like something that for me recently, I want to get into jujitsu, and
I do too.
We need to start going to jujitsu.
I randomly, I randomly got into like UFC out of nowhere like a few years ago. Like I'm super into that shit now, but
Yeah.
I used to not be. During COVID, like they like sold out everything, like gym equipment and everything like that went instantly. So like I spent a long time trying to find like a good like a kickboxing stand or something. Like, I was gonna buy like one of those like dummy ones, like the really nice like
yeah, I know
the
you're
body
saying.
ones, because like they're just cool.
Yeah.
But They were sold out everywhere, but I was gonna get one and put it in my dorm room, like in the middle room. I like talked to my roommates about it and everything, like, and I just talked to like my new ones, like literally like last week or a few days ago about it. I was like, what if I, because my one roommate Keegan from like British Columbia, Vancouver.
Are they all kids on lacrosse?
Yeah. So the one kid is he is like a huge boxing fan, and he loves like Mike Tyson and like all the old boxers, and like all he does is like he loves watching boxing shit like Mike Tyson. But he like, I told him and he was like, dude, that'd be sick, and I'm like, so like we're moving into a house. I got to sign a lease to a house.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like next year by campus.
Yeah. So I'm living there with like 9. There's 9 of us, so it'll be cool. But
that's nice.
I like am like talking to him like, I think we're gonna try to get a punching bag, a bag, and just like stick it in the basement.
Yeah, I was gonna say have a like grimy ass like basement.
Just disgusting like total boxing movie.
Yeah.
Like, this disgusting ass basement.
Wearing like full sweatsuit like.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's I think we're totally gonna. It's like hot and musty down there,
like
and it smells bad, and there's like shit leaking out of the walls. But like, set a boxing bag like hanging from the ceiling there. I think we're gonna try to do that.
I think that's a good idea. I think you should.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Get like a wrestling mat too and stuff.
Oh my god, I've never like thought about wrestling, but I forget who I was talking about. They like, you'd be good at wrestling from multiple people, and I was like, oh.
I can see you wrestling.
You think?
Yeah.
I have that like long lanky, but like sort of muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd be a good wrestler.
Maybe.
It's like so. It's like people like you, and then it's like little bulldogs.
Yeah, exactly. Like the little stubby kids.
They're like 150, but they're like jacked.
Yeah.
They're like really short. But
wrestling's a funny sport.
I know. I never really.
Fighting is a funny sport itself.
I love fighting.
Yeah.
I was like, it's funny. Like me and my roommate again, Keegan. We always play. Like whenever we're not doing homework or we're like bored or something, like we got 10 minutes, like let's play UFC. So like I'll go on my Xbox and we'll just play like UFC fighting.
I never played that.
Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I got it for like $7, but it's so much fun, man. I love it.
Yeah. No, but like going back to what we were talking about before, like, what were you saying? There was something we were talking about how going in. Yeah.
Oh, like hobbies, like picking up shit and being obsessed with it for a few days, and then like
even before
totally
that,
forgetting about it.
Before that, we were talking about. What do you call it? Oh no! Like be staying disciplined with stuff, or I think a little bit of something saying like.
Like keep your head where your feet are, and like small goals.
Yeah.
Like little bites of the sandwich, finish the sandwich.
Right.
That's a good one. I like that one. Little bites of the sandwich, still finish the sandwich.
Yeah.
And you don't have chest and stomach pain.
What? How does that go with it?
Well,
like
I know because I just
fast?
like I'll eat really fast, and like I've been better about it recently of like eating slower. But I used to just like when I get a burger, just eat the whole fucking burger, like half a burger at once.
Yeah.
Or like you get a hot dog and you just put like half.
I do that with drinks. Like I'll drink way too quickly.
Yeah, but like it's like you just like eat it and you're like, you know what I mean? You get like clogged like right here and it's like,
yeah.
And it like literally hurts. Like it feels like someone's ripping your fucking throat out.
Yeah. No.
But.
Like, but yeah, like I was saying with that, it's
little bites.
Exactly. But like the biggest thing, or not, I need to stop talking in absolutes. I always go the biggest thing or the best way. Or, no, but like something that I think is, okay, I hate this.
I don't do it, buts and maybes. I do absolutes.
The way you talk to yourself with those little things, or like being like, oh, I don't want to get this done, or that sort of thing. Like we were talking about a little bit before. About like the whole thing with the person who is trying to be like, or the person who's being like, oh, this is gonna be hell, and then the one that's like, I'm gonna make it to lunch, like this is gonna be good. It's like just like I said, the outcome, and I'm just going back on what I was saying before. I'm just trying to remember like the outlook determines the outcome, and
exactly.
A good way to think about that is just your self-talk, or the ways that you can like keep a positive mindset. And something I noticed helps is just having like there's this thing called power posing that I've like heard about a while ago, and it's pretty much just carrying yourself with confidence and almost like sitting up straight, like walking with your chest out, and it literally does make a difference in how you feel. And like I think in like high school, there's one day where I'm just like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna like walk like this.
Yeah.
And like
funny. Go
yeah, no, I'm just gonna walk like this, and I'm just gonna like carry myself more confidence. And I kid you not, like, I started feeling more confident, and I noticed people started, like,
they would
talking
respect
different.
you.
You get a different, interaction with
This
someone.
is hilarious that you talk about this right now, because last weekend I was in Columbus. I was at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy Antanas was talking. I was with him. You know, you're.
I've never talked to him.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's super cool. But he was like literally like there were so many people walking on the street. So he was like, we're like, what do we do? We're like bigger guy. Like people are like smaller.
Yeah, dude,
so we're like, what do we
too.
do? Antanas is a big dude. So we're like trying to figure out like why we're like walking with our heads down. We're like slouched over, just like fuck, man. Like there's so many people. Like I want to go fast. We gotta hurry up. And he's literally like, okay, watch this. And he puts his hands in his pockets. And he broadens up his shoulders, puffs his chest out, looks straight ahead, no expression like this. Starts walking, same speed as us.
Oh, we should get closer, probably. I just thought about that.
Booms past everybody.
Yeah.
Just like, literally, like, he was walking, everybody was, like, looking at him differently. Everyone was getting out of his way. Like, all he did was hand in his pockets, stand up straight, same strides, serious facial expression. He looked like a man. Like, I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying.
It was me, my buddy Antanas, and my buddy Noah. And we literally just walked like this, just walking down the street, and like it was significantly different from like when we weren't, and like we felt better. Like we started laughing, like we look at each other, and we're like, what the fuck? We literally were laughing about it because it was like so different. It like shocked us. It was weird.
Dude, when you exactly, like
it's weird.
It is weird.
But feels weird
when you move with a purpose. Yeah, it feels weird, but then you are like, oh, okay, like I see how this is going. And when you move with a purpose, or like not even moving, or if you're just like you're talking to someone and you're just spreading out and keeping your body spread, like that's like it's like dominance. Like
it's fucking funny too.
You know what I mean?
Like the meme. It's like you're sitting at the fucking like
man spreading.
Like you know what I mean? Like the last spread shit. Like like I always do this now. I always joke like I'm going to get like milk or something, and then like oh yeah, like let me just grab the milk, and I'm like as hard as I can. Like, let me just grab the milk. Let me just brush my teeth. Like I always do that shit.
Or like so like the yawn.
Yeah. Like it's so stupid, but like, it's just fun. I don't know. It's fun too.
Yeah,
and like you can laugh at yourself too. It's fun.
Yeah, the best example of that I would say is Conor McGregor. Like
he'll be
walking like
big,
this,
flagrant. Fucking.
But no, it is literally funny how it makes a difference.
It does, and you can joke about it and like mock it, but like
we're
that body language actually makes a difference.
We're kidding around right now, but like
I joke around every time I do it, but again it makes a difference. It literally does, and you don't even realize it like while you're doing it. Sometimes you do, like you feel it differently, and then you like laugh about it and stuff. But like sometimes it's like you're so like obnoxious and like you don't realize it, and then like after the fact you're like, no, like they look at me differently. Like
or they
look at me, they see me, and they think of me in a different way than they did prior to when I was walking like this. Whether they think you're like a loser now, like or they think you're like messing around, or like they think like wow, like that guy has like big shoulders, or like this little like it's weird.
Well, I think you could also think of it in the sense of like it just being normal. So instead of like sitting down like this when you're like doing something or talking to someone and slouching. If you just sit with proper posture, you feel more focused. You feel like you command more of like a confidence, and like it really does affect. Like I keep saying, how I feel, and like it can be like not very noticeable, but like you can just it changes it completely how you feel. Like if you like don't like doing something, or you just know that you're gonna have to do something you don't like, it's like. Fake it till you make it, pretty much. Like,
and it works.
And
fake
just
it till
have
you
that,
make it.
like sitting up straight.
You literally can.
Yeah.
You literally can fake it till you make it.
It really, yeah.
You can do that in like job interviews. You can do it in like public settings. You're trying to get something from someone. Like you're trying to have someone do a favor for you. You're trying to like do anything. Like you're trying to talk to a girl or something. Like literally all of that stuff. You can literally just fake it till you make it.
Yeah. And
like confidence is something that you can produce. Like you could make your own confidence. You can exude your own confidence that you produce. You are a confidence factory.
You just have to
literally can be. And it's the small goals that you accomplish. It's the little positive ways of the different ways of looking at stuff.
Just like the small
the
changes
little
type
the
thing
again
too.
The little things like smaller goals, accomplishing those goals. Different perspective on again, this is the most cliche thing, like glass half full, not half empty, like literally just like little different mindsets, the body stuff, like all of that stuff produces confidence.
Right.
So again, the little things, like the same theme from earlier, like the little things that you add up together produce a big thing.
Exactly.
The guy who works out a little bit every single day does a lot more at the end of the year than the guy who works out a lot of time.
And he enjoys it
so
too.
Much. And he enjoys it. He's way more fun. He's way more productive. The human body can only be productive for so long. You can only study for so long, consistently, consequently in the same period, with it being effective. You can't sit down and study for 4 hours straight and you can't do that. Like naturally, you can't.
You can't literally need breaks.
You drop off. You can't work out for 4 hours straight. That's not going to be as you can, but it's not going to be as effective as you can in an hour workout in a 40-minute workout. You can have a better workout than a guy who goes to the gym for 2 hours and like those guys who go to the gym. I went to the gym at I was at 7 a.m, left at 10. It's dude, okay, no, because I went to the gym or someone go to the gym at 5 at night after their day of productivity, whatever they did.
Yeah.
They can be there for an hour, 45 minutes. You can get a really good workout in 40 minutes.
And
a
even
really
less.
good workout.
You get one in 30 minutes.
30 minutes. You work hard, you're done faster. And I always think that's funny too. I was literally thinking about this yesterday. It's funny the way this game life plays of the harder you work, the less work you have to do.
Right.
And it's a weird relationship.
It is
a funny thing because you are working harder, but you're doing less work. But you're also not doing less work. You're doing more work. That's why you're doing less work. I know that's so confusing. That's the way I look at it.
I know what you're kind of saying.
If you over 5 minutes, you say you go jog for 10 minutes versus sprinting for 5 minutes, which is really hard to do. You do way more work in that 5 minutes than the 10 minutes. But you do more work in the you're working for longer in the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you do way more in the 5. You're just more efficient.
And then there's also more efficient. Yeah, and then there's also thinking about let's say someone's doing something and they're working on something. Let's say they're making one painting a day and they need to crank them out and they need to get them done really fast. They're putting out a giant volume of paintings. They're making a lot of paintings. But let's say there's a person that spends 1 week on one painting. That's going to be a masterpiece compared to the guy who spends 1 day.
Yeah.
And then there's the thing about weighing out what do you actually want. Is it volume or quality?
Yeah.
And I think it's important to figure out what that is for yourself
and
when it comes to work.
That applies. There's different things where quality is more important than quantity, and versus vice versa. There's other things I'm generally a guy who thinks quality is more important.
Yeah,
the quality of reps you do is more important than the volume and how many reps you do.
Right.
That's the way I look at that stuff. But that's the way I look at working out and some other stuff like artists and your crafts and stuff like that. The more care, the more effort, the more time, the more efficient you are. That matters more versus putting out 7 artworks in a week versus 1 or 2 where the 1 or 2 you're working on for maybe less time, but that time you're working on it is much more meaningful and much more directed towards that time, you know?
Yeah, but and again, it's just what works for you pretty much because there are people
Exactly.
that goes with, and there are people that would rather quality, probably
do
me
more
and you.
stuff, pump out stuff. Well, and then it's you can even look at homework as an easy example of that. If you spend an hour doing homework, but you have your phone on you and you're doing whatever, you can probably get the same amount of work done, if not a lot more, in 30 minutes of no phone, no distractions, do your work for 30 minutes. You can probably most people, I would say, it's fair to say they'd get more work done in that 30 minutes than an hour of going on TikTok and Snapchat and texting back your mom. You probably will get more work done in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that principle of the small steps and the efficient steps and that stuff applies to literally so many things. Maybe that's the key to life because it's literally in everything. It's in everything.
Yeah. No, completely. That's so that is, if you really think about it in the sense of everything. Yeah. If you think about it in every sense, you can apply it somehow, you know?
Exactly.
I had a thing that I wanted to bring up. So I was thinking today, so I want to run through a list of all different things and we can sort of talk about what we think about each one and how it will help. But I had this list for a bit and I was do you look at the top 2 ones?
Beef liver, sun your balls. The sun your balls one. Yes.
Have you done that before?
I have no. I heard about it and I was that's bullshit. I did so much research into that because I thought it was the craziest thing ever and I was I need to do this.
Yeah. I just we'll run through the list I have, and the first one I have is focusing on yourself. And it's just about being in your own lane and doing what you want to do and what you like to do rather than doing what you think you should do. Like we talked about actually in the first podcast that me and you did, and almost just thinking independently, and instead of having others make the plan yourself. And another thing that we were talking about, like the thing with like the power posing or posture.
We figured out life in the last
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I really hope that it didn't stop recording.
This is a big issue that we're gonna keep having for a while.
We just figured out the key to like maybe because it's not plugged in.
Well, we'll have the audio still.
We will still have the audio.
Don't worry about that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, awesome. Thank God.
But the screen is just gonna be thing. Did I tell you about what I've been working on for or not working on, but I'm having someone work on for the animation?
You talked about you sent me the
you.
picture of the intro, and I think that's like the sickest thing ever, and it reminds me of like those like rap accounts almost like the Lyrical Lemonade and like the archive, yeah, stuff like that where it's like the cool animation intros or like the there's one I really like, and it's like an environment. Sorry, excuse me. It's like
Hidden
like,
New York posted one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
I think I do.
They had their logo and it was like
they're cool monogram, but they move and they're like 3D and shit.
Yes, I know what you mean.
And they're like there's like water flowing through them and there's like cars driving up the building.
Yeah,
and it's
sort of
super
like that.
super awesome.
That's pretty much what I want. Except like, yeah, like I like doing that sort of stuff. Like, because I like setting goals for myself when it comes to stuff that I'm creating. Like right now I'm working on hoodies and I'm working on tags for the clothing. And I've had like tons of clothes written down for a while that I'm going to work on. And just, I like setting those goals and just following the timeline. And it's just like, it's something that keeps me going and reminds me like, oh yeah, like I have this to work on. Like there's a reason. Like I'm giving myself purpose pretty much. Like, cause if I didn't have these things that I want to accomplish, like I really don't know how I'd feel. Like, cause it just helps me so much to refocus and be like, oh yeah, I have stuff to do that like I want to do. But yeah, no, so like the second thing I had written down was like was be a leader, and like you said, be a silent leader and almost just command it and lead by example.
Own it.
And yeah,
be about it.
And
discipline is the shortcut, I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
Good thing for leaders.
So yeah, but pretty much going with that is do hard shit.
Do hard shit.
Yeah.
You want to be hard, do hard shit.
Yeah.
Easiest way to do hard shit. David Goggins, be hard.
Yeah.
Do
yeah,
hard.
exactly.
Get hard.
I love his videos.
Get hard.
Dude, I love how
you're a bitch. You're not up at 3 a.m. running 6 miles in a blizzard. You're not hard. Be hard. Get hard.
I love how he'll just have them in all different places. He'll just be like,
oh, yeah, he's running in like the fucking Gobi Desert.
Yeah, no.
Get hard. You think I'm sick? I'm not sick. I have 2 broken ankles. Get hard.
See, like, I don't know about you. I feel like it gets to a point where
absurd.
That's not normal. Like,
no, it's
that's
weird.
Not what everybody should be doing. Like, and
that's not what he's doing either. He's.
I really think that everybody does a good job of, like we sort of said earlier, like everybody does a good job of showing their like best. You know what I mean? And like that level of work or whatever it is, it's not something that I think most people should be trying to achieve, because it gets toxic at a point. That's what I noticed. Cause
it does.
I started getting to.
It's like you're just like it's almost like you start becoming to this point where it's like you're like, okay, like I'm better than you because I'm doing this thing, like fuck you, like, and you just become shitty.
Yeah.
And it's not good. Like oh, you doing this, like I did that earlier, and then I'm also doing like this, and I'm doing way more than you're doing, and it's like, why do you, like, you can do that stuff if you want, sure, great, but like don't talk about it.
Yeah, like dude, like
be quiet.
we gotta be humans. Like we gotta be people. We gotta have connections. Like we gotta actually be able to interact, and we gotta like be able to fuck around, and we gotta be able to enjoy ourselves. But like that's something that it's gotten to a point for me where I almost need to make it into a habit. Like it's you make your faces and shit. Yeah. No, it's gotten to a point where like I feel like I need to make it into a habit of like fucking around.
You do.
It's like
it's
weird
good
though.
for your soul, man.
No, but I'm saying like
I'm the goofiest motherfucker.
No, but
like, literally, that's how you should be. Like,
I know, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where I get way too caught up in not being or not messing around.
To the point where it starts hurting you.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm too serious, even with like the videos.
Yeah.
But
have fun, dude. That's what I would say.
That's what I try
just
to
have
remember
fun
too.
With it,
yeah.
Man.
But
around.
Yeah, no.
Experiment, do weird stuff. Everyone's weird.
Everyone is weird.
People are weird, like, oh, you're fucking weird. Like, no, you're just an NPC. You're not a real human. You can't produce thoughts. Shut up. I'm not weird. I'm just not you. Fuck. Everybody's weird. People just
weird.
Hide it.
Weird
and then they're like sad and shit. Don't hide it, dude. Be weird. Cool.
The people that like think weird is a bad thing are the mediocre.
Those are the NPC. I call them like
they're NPCs.
Non-personable character. They're NPCs. They don't produce thoughts. They don't add anything to society. They're gonna sit in a cubicle farm, which some people want to do, and it's totally fine because we need people like you. But
that's very true.
It is, and it's a noble life. You chose to be average. You chose to do the
blue collar,
normal shit.
Working hard.
I respect the shit out of that. Those people. Those people are That's a noble thing.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do. That's a very noble, respectable thing to do. But like, don't give people shit for being like weird and different, or people have goals and dreams. Like, don't shit on people. Don't fucking be like, oh, you're so weird. Like, that wasn't funny. Or like, what are you wearing? Like, who cares, dude?
Or like you really, or like people that try and like shit on people's like goals that they have.
Yeah,
or
like
stuff.
fuck off, dude.
Yeah, like, and I think part of like people shitting on the goals is because they realize that they're
jealous and they can't do it. So they're like, oh, I'm going down. I'm bringing him with me.
Exactly, and like that's why I think it's still important, even when there are people like that, to have ambitious goals.
If I can't succeed, nobody can.
That's like
that mindset is so bad. It's so toxic.
Yeah, it really is not a good way to look at life.
Not at all.
Another one is take care of your fucking hygiene. Cut your nails, bro.
Yeah.
Floss. Wash your face.
Brush your teeth.
Brush
you
your
know
teeth.
How people don't shower like all the time? I love showering. So I shower like, this is like a hard ass flex right now. I shower like at least twice a day.
That's probably really good. Do the right thing, like regardless of what people think, or if they think it's corny, or you can't let those people bog you down. Of
something to add to that, right? Like, don't do stuff like because you think like other people think it's the right thing. Like, do it because you want to do it, or because you think it's the right thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like, if you see something going on, it's like bad, and like you're gonna stop it from happening, or you're gonna do something about it because like someone else would like look at you differently if you did or didn't do it. Like, maybe think about it more. Like, do it because you want to do it.
Right.
Be genuine about it.
Yeah, and like be genuine and be yourself.
A real person.
And be truthful. Like, also, like, be truthful to yourself. Be truthful with others. And like, I think when you're just honest with yourself and other people, like, you're gonna feel good. Like, you're really gonna feel good about it.
No,
you know?
Absolutely.
And like, especially like, this is something I struggle with too. Is like doing what I want to do. Or doing, like, what I feel in my heart that I want to do, instead of being like, oh, I gotta do this, even though, like, might not be exactly what I feel great about. Or, like, it could be even going to school for some people, like...
School's not for everybody, right? Don't follow the crowd. If you want to be ahead of the crowd, if you want to be ahead of everybody, if you want to be the top, and all you're doing is following the crowd, you're never going to pass the crud.
Yeah,
if you're following a group of people, and you're, like, following everything they do, you're never going to get ahead of them.
A follower can't be a leader at the same time.
You can't be ahead of them.
Yeah.
If you're behind them.
Right.
Physically, you can't. I feel like we got a lot, and
I feel like it's already good. And
I feel like
I feel like I need to keep.
I feel
going.
like I don't know if we need to. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
I feel like we've hit so much to the point where now it's like not.
It's literally an hour.
I feel like, dude, literally you can edit this. I feel like to like 45 minutes.
And it would
probably,
still be fine.
It'd be really good.
See, I need to just let go. Like, I literally need to let go. Thank you.
But like literally, like I think we have so much good shit that like we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this at all.
You know what
We don't need to do this at all.
No, I think
we've
you're
already
right.
gotten
You're
everything.
Right.
Like, you can literally, from where we started the business, only take like the funny stuff from like the list, or like
the funny stuff is what good. I want to get more onto.
You need to.
Because
like
I've been bad
like
at
the snapping shit and me fucking making funny faces. Like, you need to keep that in.
That's dude. You know,
like,
that's what I've had issues with. I feel like, because I feel like all like as I was talking, you're messing around. I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm treating this way too serious.
Well, again, like people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like people like have that like limit of so long they can like pay attention for it. So if you have a video, like a podcast that's like an hour long, probably like 40 minutes or probably like 20, 30 minutes of that, people aren't like glued to it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
At least, like,
sure.
At least. So,
especially with what I'm talking about, because I just
like,
do it with,
you're just, like, watching it, and then, like, you see, like, fucking some stupid shit happen, or someone says something that's like, oh, wait, what?
We need that.
That's the stuff that, like, okay, like, what is he saying? Like, that's what brings
it spurs it back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, you need those little breaks, or not even
like,
breaks.
you can't, if we just drone on, like, if you just talk
which
about
is what
like your
I
stuff,
do.
which is
Yeah.
good, but like if you talk about that for so long, it becomes like an educational video, and like that's not
and it's
like interesting
not what I
or
want
like
to be
fun.
doing. Which
And
is
I
what
know.
the opposite of what I want, because I want it to be the shit that actually is like cool and it like is putting people on. Like that's what I want.
Exactly, and like that's what you can do, right? But like if you do like when you talk about like you get your topic, you plan it out, and then you talk about that planned topic, like things are gonna be brought up that aren't gonna be a part of that topic. That
Which
you're gonna
is-
want to explore for a long time. And like you want to do that stuff instead of your planned topic, and then like when you get done with that stuff, you almost don't want to go back to the planned thing because like it's better naturally.
Yeah,
And
like
it,
no, like
it becomes
you saw how I was
non-educational.
Yeah, you saw how I was like, yo, like we should get on top, and then I was like, it wasn't
No,
working.
I know.
You know what
It's
I'm
like,
saying?
I know. I felt that too
Yeah.
because I saw like right when you went on the notes and we were like talking and like where should I start like
It
and we saw that
doesn't
it was
work.
just
Yeah.
different. It was different.
It is different.
And I'm
It's
glad you
structured,
felt
but-
that because it's different. It's structured, which
Right.
is fine, and you could be like loosely structured almost, but like once I did feel that like once we started talking about that stuff, it was different versus like before. It was like loose. It was great. It was like entertaining. Like it was good.
Yeah, no, but I still even think that I still haven't hit that point of like entertaining or very do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
what again? You've made 10 podcasts, which is really good, but like Joe
They-
Rogan's made like thousands.
I was about to say that, and like 'cause I remember I
takes
just heard
time.
him. I just heard him recently say something about
Yeah.
my first 100 podcasts
Horrible.
were bad.
I listened to them. I literally listened
Yeah.
to them. I listened to like his first whatever, and then Carl put on like
do you,
his first
do you know
one.
what he talked or who do you have on?
Just
Did
like
he
his
have
buddies. He just had his friends on, and he just talking about like random shit. And
Yeah.
it was awesome. I like it, but like it was not
I'm sure-
nearly what they are now. And another thing, like right now, I just want to add this, like the way you're talking right now, like everything about like this is like this.
Mm.
This is what you're looking for.
What do you mean?
Like the way our conversation over the last like 3 minutes.
Oh,
like,
right. No,
before,
that's
like,
no, that's what I
this
thinking in my
is
head
you're
too.
there. Like this
Yes.
is it.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
there, and that's what I was like. Right when you started taking, I got like, oh shit! Like I kind of lit up. I knew
Because
like,
now I'm not in
I was like-
recording mode, and now we're just
yeah, but
I don't even.
you are.
Yeah.
See,
Exactly.
you are recording,
It
but
is
like
recording.
you're not in recording mode.
Yes.
Like physically you
Like,
are,
we're
but
talking-
mentally
we're here
you've
again. Yes.
you've gone past that. I told you,
Yes.
and this is what's happening.
No, it
because
is.
now you're recording, right? But like you're not recording.
Right, bro.
So like boom, and you can save this for like whatever. You can even add this.
No,
if you
I
want.
know. I'm keeping this in.
Literally keep it in. But like this is what you need to get to. I told you. This is
No,
the breakthrough.
no, but
because
it's-
like literally
I gotta
how
keep
we
this
feel,
going.
how you feel right now, how I feel right now, how this is going
We're
right now,
chilling.
we're fine. This is not like yeah,
Robbie,
you know what I mean?
I haven't felt like this in any of the podcasts.
I know,
so-
and I told you, and like that's what I hope to help you, because like obviously I'm super busy and I can't do so much shit, and like
Yes,
it's
bro,
very
that's-
rare for me to come on, but like I love doing this shit, and like if I could do this shit when I'm older, like oh my god, it'd be the sickest thing ever.
We're
Like,
we're
if I could
going
be
to
a guesting,
We're going.
like that would be the coolest fucking job ever. But like literally, right
you
now
could
how
be
you
what?
feel. Obviously, if I could like do all this shit like forever, like that'd be
Oh,
the coolest
yeah.
job ever.
Let's try and make that happen.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
No, but literally like physically that is recording right now. Like these are recording. The camera is on.
You know what just went through my head
It's
though?
you're recording.
Is that it just went through my head like, oh, we're just sitting on a couch and this is the TV and we're just chilling in the basement.
That's exactly
You know
what
what
it
I
should
mean?
feel like.
Yeah.
And like right now, that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, exactly.
This is exactly what it feels like. You have officially, now you understand the feeling. You know when you're not there. Now it's like when you're talking, okay, I need to pick it up. Like
Bro.
you got that little voice in your head. Now it's going to be
getting
there.
there.
So now you can like, oh fuck, like I got to pick it up. This is not it. Or like, this is good. And now you're not going to be like wishy-washy on like if it was good or bad. You're going to know. So like you're going to, this is bad. I need to make it good. Okay, let's talk about something else. You're going to, now you're like building those skills and you're going to get to the point where like you're going to start talking like fucking Joe Rogan. Like literally that's how it's going to be now. Because
Yeah.
like, you now feel what it's like to talk like this. And
Right,
what this
and-
feels
and the
like.
last
So when you're
podcast-
not feeling like this, you know, okay, I gotta change something, pause, this is going bad, let's readjust, let's do. Now you can figure that out and
that,
go.
that little mindfulness.
Now you have that
Yeah.
little mind voice. It's there. Now you have that.
No,
it's
because like
there right now.
yeah, it is.
Now it's there.
Because I feel like
Yeah,
I was thinking
literally.
of it as like an object rather than.
That's exactly. You were
rather
thinking that
than
it's something
me
you
and
have
here.
something you have to do versus like just doing something.
Yeah.
It's not something you have to do. It could even be if it's something you want to do. Like this is something you want to do. You want to do the podcast. But you have to do it. Versus if you think about it like it's something I get to do. I'm lucky to do this.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to do it. But
Which
like,
is how I thought of it in the
I'm
first.
just- which is how-
when I first started.
now it's
and
like
then
I'm
I
just
got, like,
doing it. Like you're
Yeah.
just doing it, and that's like what I think podcasting is. Like it's beautiful art because like you're just doing it, and like the good ones are just people just doing shit. Like you're just doing it.
Yeah, and but okay.
Like, as dumb as that sounds,
Like,
as
I was-
simple as it is, like literally we're just doing it right now.
I was just
This is
thinking-
like if this was off, and like all this shit was off, like, and we were putting this stuff, and I was like getting my sweatshirt on and shit, like, this is the conversation we would be having.
Which is exactly.
But like we wouldn't because we haven't hit the feeling, and now we've hit the feeling.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So
Because the last episode, I realized that I was on Zoom though. So like I was like I realized
That's different.
It is different.
That's different. It's not
very different. And then I was like, oh yeah, like this is what it's like. But now I'm also realizing it again. And now I'm just realizing that, oh, I'm training that muscle's growing.
That's exactly what it is. You're becoming more familiar with this feeling.
You're right.
So now you can recognize it. You can build on it.
Which is kind of funny that this is like what I'm trying to recognize, because usually it's the opposite. Usually it's people not caring enough, and they're like, yo, like we should probably like get a little bit of like shit going. Or we gotta take this more serious. Or we gotta get this video out, or be more consistent with it. I feel like you don't think it's normally the opposite.
No, yeah, I do.
Well, yeah, because I'm saying like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, we're on the same. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, so like, it's just a weird game to play, you know.
But anyways, thank you so much for having me back.
Of course, yeah. Thank you for coming.
I'm excited to be here. I try to be here, and it is hard sometimes to be here, but
we'll work it out.
I'm here.
Summer, we'll figure it out. We'll figure things out. It'll for sure. Happen. But no, it's just I'm glad that we are able to just figure out like the whole like talk sort of, you know, because like that definitely helps, like what all you said. But like what I was really thinking about is like I like talking about growth and improvement, but I really like talking about is just interesting things and just
that's what I like talking about. Random shit, interesting shit. That's what I like doing.
And I just was thinking, cause like, it's the easiest way to get into that, talking about interesting things and having interesting conversations, is talking with people that you can want to talk to that stuff about, like talking with you. And talking with, like, Kelly, even the first one. I just keep smiling at the camera.
I do.
Yeah. But, like, no, but seriously, like, talking with you and him, like, it just makes it so much easier. Because, like, Matt and I, we don't have that same sort of connection with talking about certain things. Because we'll almost just be, like, subconsciously, and we'll, like, be like, oh, yo, do you want it? And we'll be like, oh, yeah. And, like, instead of, like, actually like, talking out and communicating. Like, we have a different type of communication. It's, like,
another thing I like talking
like
this is like you get like people like instead of like me, you, Kelly, and like you get a guest on.
Yeah, so I like you can thought about
that's what I would eventually maybe start doing. You know what I mean? Like you get like a bigger table and you get like more mics and then you start branching out and exploding, and then it's like you have like me, you, and like whoever else on, or you and whoever else on and shit, and then you bring the guest on.
Yeah.
And it's like you can talk to the guest, and then like you can all three of you have like that talk about like whatever, and you can all just add shit.
Yeah, like it's a thing to almost add on to our program, sort of, you know.
No, it is.
And I think that it's like, dude, I'm starting to feel like it's 11 p.m. I'm on FaceTime and I'm just chilling, like I'm laying in my bed on FaceTime and just having a deep conversation. That's what it's feeling like, and that's what I want it to feel like the whole time.
That's what it should feel like.
And I think another thing that will help so much is like me changing up the setup and actually getting a good setup. This is a really bad setup, but like I think it gets the job done.
It works.
No, actually, it's not a really bad setup.
It.
I shouldn't say that.
I know what you mean though, more professional, more.
And that was originally what I wanted to do, and then my dad was like, "No, you shouldn't do that. You should just start." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." But now that I think about it, like that's not my move. That's his move. That's not my move. My move is feeling comfortable in it. And like actually, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's right. So that's why I want to get like a cool proper setup. But like that'll be really really cool once we have that. And I think it will really change everything. And like I said with the intro, that, and just the new setup, and just taking and making advances on like the whole vision I have, I guess.
Yeah.
Not to be like woke and shit, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that'll do it, and I wanted to show the hoodie the first hoodie that we're gonna be selling. I just got Robbie one.
Sick.
You can see
beautiful
our hoodie. This is GC Path Ever Upwards. Clean hoodie. You can wear this with literally anything and it'll look good. And this is why I thought it would just be a fire combo, like the black and yellow. So Robbie throwing shit.
Get some merch.
and get a hat too.
Cool hats.
gcprocess.org again. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you.